Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for a huge night in the Champions League. Absolutely massive, massive night of Champions League football at the Parc des Princes. I can't even say it with a French accent. The Parc des Princes. You've got to say it like that. It doesn't count otherwise. You can't say Parc des Princes. Doesn't work. You've got to say Parc des Princes. It's at the Parc des Princes. I don't know if that's how you have to do it at the Allianz. The Allianz Arena. That sounds like Arnie. I don't know. Right, listen, we'll come back to that next time anyway. For now, it's the Parc des Princes, and it is Wayne Rooney, Daniel Sturridge, and Clarence Seedorf. Slight mismatch there. I love Sturridge, but he's not quite Clarence Seedorf and Wayne Rooney levels. Michael Olise warming up there. What a player. Joint most assists in the Champions League this season. Anyway, huge game. Champions League semi-final. Really looking forward to this one. Hopefully you are too. Wherever you're watching this, whether you're watching me on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, wherever else you are, appreciate you all massively. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we're going to be watching this one. And the next leg as well, next week. We're going to be doing both of the semi-finals, both legs. And I really still am quite torn on which of these two we're actually going to see in the final. Personally, if I'm dead honest, I would want to see PSG, because I think if PSG get to the final, they will beat Arsenal. But I don't think that Bayern will. I really don't think that Bayern will. I feel like Bayern, there's a real possibility, by the way, that if Bayern don't miss out to this year. If Bayern make it to the final, I really do think Arsenal have got their number. I just don't rate them defensively. Whereas I think PSG are strong defensively, they're strong in midfield, they're wonderful in attack. They've got everything. They're the best side in Europe for me. And they should be champions. They've been champions last year, they'll be champions again. I'm sure they will. But Bayern are a great side. Bayern are probably second best in this competition at this moment in time. This could quite easily be a final, couldn't it? This could quite easily be the final. They're probably the two best sides in Europe at this moment, this particular moment in time. And right now, this, lucky for us, we get two games of it, don't we? We get two games instead of just the one. Callum says, I'm quite confident we can beat PSG. Well, listen, time will tell, mate. Time will tell. It's a very difficult PSG side tonight. Let's have a little look and see at the lineups, by the way. Let's see what we're dealing with tonight. The lineups are on the right-hand side, so you can see them if you so wish. The lineups are as follows in the Champions League. PSG are starting with Safonov in goal, who I've said all season is a bit of a liability. He's an accident waiting to happen. But then he went and had a good game against Liverpool. Hakimi, Marquinhos, Pacho and Mendes at the back, as always. Zaire Emery, Vitinha and Neves. Zaire Emery coming in, stepping in the place of Fabian Ruiz this season. Not really a massive surprise. PSG seem to really rate Warren Zaire Emery. He's had a good season for him. But Fabian Ruiz was different class for me. And then a front three. Same front three as always. Doué, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. Unreal. For Bayern Munich, it's Neuer in goal. Davis, Tar, Upamecano and Stanisic. Stanisic very underrated, but I think there's question marks down that side. I think Kvaratskhelia will fancy his chances. Pavlovic and Kimmich sit in front of them. And then it's the front four that everyone seems to be talking about. Elise, Musiala, Diaz and Harry Kane. Harry Kane, for me, probably Ballon d'Or favourite this year, isn't he? What a player. PDM, Key, this is random. If Liverpool were relegated, would you change your YouTube name to Championship Dad? No, to be honest, I've questioned the name lots and lots of times because it's not really Championship or Premier League, or we do a bit of everything, don't we? Let's be honest. We seem to cover a bit of everything on this channel. We're mixed bag, Dad. Baghdad. We're a mixed bag. But we cover everything. We watch a bit of everything because we love football and we love watching footy together. And that's what it's about at the end of the day, isn't it? We all take the mick and we all have a bit of banter back and forth. Different fans of different clubs. Not an echo chamber. You don't get that here. If you're looking for an echo chamber where you all agree, go to a United fan channel, a Liverpool fan channel, a Chelsea fan channel. You'll get that there. Here, we take the mick. And you've got to give it as much as you take it. And I mean that in the most wholesome way possible. City of Northville, whoever wins this year is your champions. Whoever wins this is your champions. Arsenal ain't beating either. No, I agree. I think Bayern, they've got a better chance. Obviously, they've beaten Bayern recently this season, haven't they? Football and stuff, is it just me, or one-on-ones are actually quite hard to score? It depends who's going through on goal, I guess, and it depends the keeper they're up against. There's some strikers seem to find them a lot harder these days, but when you look back, if you look back at the 90s and the noughties, any time a striker went through on goal, it was a formality. A formality. Look at Ronaldo, look at Romario, look at Ruud van Nistelrooy, look at Batistuta, Raul. These players just didn't miss one-on-ones. Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen, I give Michael Owen a lot of stick. Every time he went through one-on-one, he didn't miss. He didn't miss. And now, Christ, the centre-forward goes through on goal. They miss a hatful. Look at Igor Thiago last night at Old Trafford. He couldn't finish his dinner, that fella. Apparently he's one of the best centre-forwards in the Prem. Government name unknown. How's it going, sir? Long time no see. Hey, who have you got winning? I'm going to say PSG just because I'm a fan of the way they play footy. It's so fluid and beautiful. They literally make it look easy. Couldn't agree more. And yes, I absolutely think PSG will win this one. I'm going to go for my prediction tonight is the scoreline. The predictions in the chat seem to be leaning ever so slightly towards PSG. So the poll currently says PSG to win. 41% of you think PSG will win. Draw is 22%. Bayern is 39%. In fact, it's just gone down. Just as I'm saying that, Bayern and PSG now neck and neck. 39% each, 22% say draw. Nobody can make their mind up on this one. And quite rightly so. Two excellent sides. I think it's going to be 2-1. I'll go 2-1 PSG. Teases up nicely, doesn't it, for the second leg then? So that's what I'm going for. What are we saying, Jack? I'm going to say Harry Kane is a better striker than Haaland. Agreed. Yeah. PDM, that's why I enjoy this channel. All banter and different variety of matches. Yeah, you'd never get York and Rochdale followed by Osasuna v Barcelona with, Wrexham against Middlesbrough in between. And then obviously still doing your PSG v Bayerns. We get it, the full spectrum. Yeah, and we're doing Hearts and Rangers this weekend in the SPL. So all good stuff. If you love footy, this is the place for you. What are we saying on TikTok? How are we doing, everyone? Good to see you. PSG positional fluidity and rotations are, I agree. Going around the keeper seems to have died a bit. Players like Owen rounded the keeper every time. They do, yeah. That was always the go-to, wasn't it? If you threw on goal, knock it round him, knock it in. Maybe that's a change due to the advent of the sweeper keeper. Keepers maybe being a lot higher. Keeper's starting position tends to be like outside the box now, isn't it? So if the ball gets played over the top, far more often the keeper's coming out and trying to clear it away, and usually quite effective at that. Keepers are faster nowadays, better with the feet. What else are we saying? Hey, Key, how's you, pal? I'm good, mate. How are you? I worry for the rest of Europe next season when United are back. Oh, no. These United fans. Sweet Jesus. Brady, all right, Key, my friend, hoping for the Bayern win and an Elise goal or assist. I'm going 3-1 Bayern. What do you think, mate? 2-1 PSG is my prediction, but I think we will get both teams to score. Jellyfish 2-1 PSG, like I said, yeah. Brazil Ronaldo was best ever number 9 I've seen. Phenomenal. He was very, very good. Seth, who's going down next season? Listen, no, I don't know if anyone would have necessarily predicted Wolves to go down. So there's a bit of a... everyone predicted Brentford. Look at where they are. Most people I spoke to predicted Brentford before the season started. No one really predicted Wolves. I said West Ham, and I now think West Ham probably stay up. No one would have said Tottenham. Tottenham and Wolves to go down. Not a chance. I think most would have predicted Burnley, but Tottenham and Wolves, no chance. So, listen, next season, who knows? There'll probably be some changes in management. Genuinely wouldn't be surprised to see an established, let's call it a quote-unquote established Premier League side pulled in. Come on, Bayern, says Lil Philly. Next year is Forest year when big clubs buy their decent players. Listen, every chance Forest are a Champions League club next year. And I'll tell you something, if Forest win the Europa League and manage to stay up, which is very possible, they're 5 points clear, if Forest manage to stay up and win the Europa League, Gibbs White, Murillo, all of them, they're not going. Elliot Anderson might even stay. Champions League football at the City Ground next year. He might even stay for another year. What a brew. We'll see the dirty toffees go down in our lifetime. They've been circling the drain for a while, haven't they, the toffees? It's been a while. User says, Key, are you happy that Silva is leaving City? I am a little bit, yeah, because I don't like him as a person. I don't know him, but as a player, he's a wind-up merchant and he's a bit of a rat bag, but he's a wonderful player. I think it's a shame that the Premier League are losing a player as good as Bernardo Silva. Brady Hanlon, what's your view on the recent Elise and Yamal debate? Who do you think edges it? Yamal. Yeah. Yamal at his best, I think, is... He could be. I wouldn't go as far as maybe he could be as good as Messi or Ronaldo, but he's very good. He's very, very good. Elise, I think, is also very good, but I wouldn't go as far as saying Ballon d'Or worthy just yet. I think he would need to prove it outside of Germany. No, he's not winning a Ballon d'Or in the Bundesliga. Avail yourself of that thought. Football and stuff, do you remember who I support? You told me once, and I can't remember. It was only the other night, wasn't it? I can't remember, mate. I'd be lying if I said I could. I've usually got a good memory for these things. Most people in the chat, if they've been around for maybe a week or two, I can tell you who they support, because we generally tend to touch on it throughout the live, but I'd be lying if I said I knew who you support. You did tell me the other night, though. Sarah, I heard Jose is going back to Madrid, according to Ornstein. Yes. Yeah, rumours about Mourinho, unbeaten in Portugal this year, could be going back to Madrid. How mad would that be? Key don't rate his fans. Got to shout out Casemiro this season. What a player he's been. No more of this. Leave the football. Casemiro's done well. Yeah, he has done well. I think he's been put back into a system that suits him. I will say that. Amarim's system didn't quite suit him. He was being asked to do more than he was maybe comfortable with physically, like getting around the pitch. I don't think that's his game. Carrick's put him into a bit more of a better setup. So, good luck to him. Montesur, when was St. Tottering's Day this season? Must have been a while ago. Jose back to Chelsea. Who's better, Yamal, Musiala, Estevao or Dauman? Dauman. Fucking hell. How's Dauman made it into that? Who's better, Yamal, Musiala, Estevao or Tyler Diblin? You might as well have said that. Arguably Tyler Diblin's better because at least he's, played in the Premier League. What's going on with John Stones? John Stones is free this summer. He's free. Finners Matti, Benfica can go unbeaten and still not win the league. Shows how competitive it is, doesn't it? Should we do a little pre-match game, a little pre-match quiz? Apparently Steven Gerrard on the list to replace Scott Parker. I've heard that as well. Yeah, I don't think Burnley fans are too keen on that, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Jamal says, spot on, you'd find it hard to name many teams in Europe that can beat Carrick United over two legs. John Stones should go to a lower team like JT when he went to Villa. Yeah, I think John Stones is going to go to Everton. That seems to be where he's heading. West Ham could do with Stones. Joe says, don't believe that Ornstein shite. Mourinho's coming to the Mags. Reese, how's it going, mate? Lovely to see you. Why am I being prompted to buy... I'm getting prompted to buy stuff on Amazon here. I know it's on Prime, but I'm getting prompted to sign all sorts of rogue things. Just popped up in the bottom left. Would you like to buy Pepsi Max on Amazon Prime? 24 cans for something. I have never bought, ever, but I don't think I've bought anything that you can consume on Amazon. I've only ever bought things like office related or technical equipment. I've never bought anything like drinks. I don't know why that's suggested to me. Football and stuff, yes, I love a good quiz. Does Stones stay in the Prem? I think John Stones will stay at Everton. He's going to go to Everton. Back to Everton, rather. I'm on prediction for tomorrow. I think tomorrow... Ooh, I'll go 1-1. Atletico Madrid 1, Arsenal 1. Oh, do you know what? No, we're all thinking it's going to be a low-scoring game. They've actually all been quite high-scoring games recently with Atleti. I'm going to go 2-2. 2-2. Jeremiah, hey all, how's Key? So what did you guys think of the Chelsea-Leeds semi? Wasn't great, was it? Don't think there was anyone had too much of a semi watching that. It was dreadful, I thought. It was a pretty dreadful game. Yeah, pretty dull, pretty dour. Not really all that much since the goal. I think the goal changed everything. What was it, 5-10 minutes in? Header, that was it. Game over after that. Would you be happy or sad if Rochdale got promoted? Delighted. Yeah, good luck to him. I like Rochdale. Arsenal scoring 2. You dreamer, you. 3-star. It's just popped up as well for me, Key. All right, okay. I thought it was like a tailored advert. I was thinking, I've never bought anything like that from Amazon. Shell, great. More old injury-prone players. Amazing. Reese, I'm good for a change. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, mate. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. Will Ipswich get promoted? Depends on tonight. Listen, we'll have to keep an eye on that one tonight because in the Championship, it's currently 0-0 between Southampton and Ipswich. This weekend, right, I've looked at the games this weekend and I'm going to do the Championship final day at 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. I'm going to do Wrexham against Middlesbrough. I was thinking about whether to do Ipswich against QPR, maybe Hull against Norwich, Derby against Sheffield United. You know, there's all that sort of jeopardy going on there. But I think the Wrexham-Middlesbrough game is where it's at, because Middlesbrough got an outside chance of the automatics. Wrexham need to win, don't they? Because Hull and Derby can sneak in behind them. If Wrexham get beat, Hull and Derby can sneak into the playoffs behind them. So Wrexham need a win against Borough. Borough need a win to try and sneak in ahead of Millwall and Ipswich into second. Should be a great game, that one. So we're going to do Wrexham against Borough on the final day. Great atmosphere at Paris. I mean, it's easy to say great atmosphere when they've got more pyrotechnics going on there than a New Year's Eve, whatever. I don't know. It's just, look at the state of that. Look at the state of that. Your mic isn't connected to the phone, bro. Instead, we're hearing a room sound. Nah, don't believe that. Can't believe that. It is turned on. Let me check. Hang on. Let me check before we accuse you of something. Right, well, there you go. That's as good as we're going to get it. Yeah, that's as good as we're going to get it. Maybe if I move it a touch closer, that might help, maybe. I don't know. So, we're rapidly approaching kickoff. As it stands, people are leaning slightly more in the poll towards PSG. 56% of you saying PSG win. 46% saying Bayern win. 18% say, is it 16% that? 16% saying draw. Football and stuff. Why does everyone think that we made a mistake letting go of Gyökeres? He only played 3 times and was one of our reserve players. He only was on our bench because of Murray's injury. I don't think you made a mistake necessarily. I'm not sure he would have been a fantastic player for Brighton. You've got to think about how Brighton operate. Brighton sign young players and then move them on typically when they've got, Big money. Thank you for that, user. Really appreciate that, man. Reese, I want Kane to win the Champions League. I'd like it. Yeah, I'd like to see Kane lift something. I am Crew. Do you think we're watching the Champions League winners tonight, regardless of who goes through? Yeah, well, ish, possibly, maybe. No. I think if PSG, yes. If Bayern get to the final, I genuinely think Arsenal will beat them. I'm calling it now. If Arsenal get to the final and it's against Bayern, they beat them. And I really hope I'm wrong. Really hope I'm wrong. Jay Cartman, evening all. How's it going, sir? K Diaries, could Harry Kane win the Ballon d'Or? I think I'd love him to. Should he win the Ballon d'Or? If you had to, who would you pick out of these two? What would be your... In fact, let's do it now. Let's do a combined 11. What would be your combined 11 from the starting 11 tonight? Does Manuel Neuer get in at the ripe old age of whatever it is, 41? Is he 41 now, Manuel Neuer? Does Manuel Neuer sneak in? 40. Yeah, he's 40 years old, Manuel Neuer. Does he get in over Matvei Safonov, who's only played 13 games this season? It's not brilliant, is it? But, he's kind of what PSG are going with for the time being. He was playing in Krasnodar in the Russian league a couple of years ago. Now look at him. Now he's in a Champions League semi-final starting. Who's the better one, Manuel Neuer or Matvei Safonov? The dusty goalkeeper. Arsenal will bottle it like they do with everything, says Lil Philly. People go on about our good unknown signings. Look at our signing from the last 2 or 3 transfer windows. It's been horrendous. I still think you'll get you say that, mate, but I still think a lot of them players will move on, like Kadioglu, Kostoulas. There's a lot of players that... Ayari's another one. I think Ayari will go for big money at Brighton at some point. Neuer experience puts him in. All right, well let's go with Manuel Neuer. Hakimi at right back or Stanisic? I think that tells its own tale there, doesn't it? Marquinhos or Pacho versus Tara and Upamecano. Again, I think I'd be sticking with maybe Marquinhos. I'd probably put Upamecano in over Pacho, and then Mendes over Davis. Pavlovic and Kimmich and Musiala, do they get in over Neves, Vitinha and Emery? I'd probably be tempted to go Vitinha, Neves and Musiala. And then front three, Diaz, Elise, Kane, Doué, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. I would genuinely go Kvaratskhelia, Elise, Kane. Right, we're off and underway here for the first leg. A huge first leg at the Parc des Princes. Again, you've got to pronounce it that way. Doesn't count if you pronounce it any other way. You've got to pronounce it that way. If Ayari had physicality, he wouldn't be playing for us. He's a good player though, isn't he? Dembele doesn't get a sniff. Really that bad? Neuer, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Tar, Mendes, Vitinha, Kimmich, Elise, Dembele, Kvara, Kane. It's so tough. I don't know. I can't really... It's difficult. Right, here we go. All the way back to Manuel Neuer, who knocks it long. Look how smoky it is. It's very smoky. I thought we'd see maybe crisp, clean... But the lighting seems to be quite smoky there, doesn't it? Because of all the pyrotechnics pre-game. Go on, Bayern, says you. Okay, fair enough. Everyone's leaning towards Bayern now. 47% in the chat going for a Bayern win. 34% for PSG. 16% for draw. Bayern into the area. Ball pulled back. They started quite well here, Bayern, haven't they? Ball whipped in. Headed away. Good defending from PSG. PSG Ultras led off the flares. 3-star Reds, this is what it's all about, this level. Please let Forest be lining up in games like this next season. Joe, don't start. Draw and Bayern to win the second leg, says Andy. A draw and Bayern to win the second leg. Thinking about this. So these are two teams. This is what I wanted to kind of have a chat about tonight, because these are two teams that historically Premier League fans have somewhat looked down upon, haven't they? We've kind of said these are from farmers' leagues, these two. Bayern Munich, PSG, they win their domestic league every other year. They're basically like a better version of Celtic. No offence to Rangers fans. But you know what I mean? Like, kind of look down upon them a little bit because of the fact that they win the league 99 times out of 100. And yet, here they are. PSG maybe about to retain the Champions League. Bayern in another European semi. Bayern with maybe a couple of players in with a serious shout of Ballon d'Or. It's crazy, isn't it? I am Crute. Italy is the new Farmers League now. I don't know about that. I mean, I think Italy's Serie A is quite entertaining. It's just not got the quality, really. It doesn't really have the money anymore, Serie A. It used to be. U7. Key, can you call me U7? U7 it is. Go on, we'll have U7. Football and stuff, Dembele wouldn't survive 5 minutes in the Prem, even if it was against the worst defence in the league. I still don't think he'd survive because he can't match the required physicality of the Prem. I mean, he tore Liverpool to shreds a couple of times, and we're not a bad side. We're current Premier. I don't know. I think he'd be okay. Dembele's I think the real problem for Dembele would maybe be like, could he physically hold up to the Prem over a long... I think the injuries might maybe pile up for him. I think in Liga he doesn't have to maybe do as many sprints or as much tracking back because it's Liga and PSG dominate the ball in the vast majority of games. I think in the Premier League that's quite the opposite, isn't it? You get teams who you have to kind of ends up like a basketball game and you have to do a lot of sprints. I am Crew. PSG are quality, but the overall quality of their league is poor. It is, but then you'd say also that the best young players coming through are coming through in League One. It's why it's an exciting league to watch. You look at players like Eli Krupi Jr., who's just come to Bournemouth. Now maybe one of the best young strikers in Europe. Came through at Lorient. Got a lot of players who've gone from the Premier League to League One as well, like Charlie Cresswell at Toulouse. Having a great time over there. I would imagine he ends up possibly playing in the England squad. I think Mason Greenwood, if not for the obvious external factors, probably would be in the England squad as well. He's done really well in Ligue 1. So there's definite quality there. Joe are the only English team this season to not get beat by PSG. Gee, stick that in the trophy cabinet. Newcastle fans enjoying... Listen, I've got it. I don't really know what's going on with Newcastle this summer because I still feel like you played okay the other day, and I still don't really think Eddie Howe's going anywhere. But every time I speak to a Newcastle fan, they're like, "Oh, sack him, man, get him sacked. We're going to get Jose." Alcohol, who is he rooting for? Why do you ask like I can't see the comment? Why do you address other people in the chat rather than just me? Like, we're here, mate. I'm talking to you. You can talk to me. You don't need to talk to other people. That's like there's a word for that, and it's called shitbag. You know, when you're kind of talking to people over there, you don't actually talk to them, but just talk, just say, Key, who are you rooting for tonight? I'll tell you. Happily tell you. There's no taboo subject here, mate. I'll talk about whatever you want. Within reason, obviously. Jay Cartman, even with the external issues, I still don't think Greenwood would get in the England squad. Really? You don't think Greenwood would be in the England squad even without that factor? I'm not sure, I think we've needed wide quality from wide areas. I'm not sure we've really had that. I think we need, like Marcus Rashford. I think if Marcus Rashford was a bit more consistent, he'd be a certainty to start. He probably still goes. But we've lacked pace and directness in wide areas. Saka's had a bad season. Cole Palmer, more of a drift in from the right. And we've not really got that. Like, even Anthony Gordon, bit of a bad season. Madueke, a bit meh. I think Greenwood would fly into an England squad, assuming he had behaved even... I mean, listen, most footballers don't behave particularly well, but even if he just behaved moderately appropriately for a footballer, he would probably be in the England squad. PSG, pull the ball back. Good defending, better from Bayern. Joe says, probably because you're speaking to Geordie Josh Regens Key. North End Views, no, if Lookman isn't getting in, no way Greenwood does. I thought Ademola Lookman was always not, I nearly said Norwegian then. I thought Ademola Lookman had always been Nigerian for a long time. Like, I'm sure, didn't he pick Nigeria very early on? I'm sure he nominated. U7 Key, if the Prem wasn't a league, who would replace them? I don't understand the question. Genuinely don't understand the question. If the Prem wasn't a league, who wouldn't replace them? I don't know, the Welsh Premier, maybe? Barry Town in the Champions League? Behave normally is the word you're looking for there, Key. Well, yeah. I know, but I don't think most footballers behave normally. Like, most footballers... And this isn't an excuse for in any way what Greenwood did. It was abhorrent. What I'm saying is I think most footballers generally, by, like, everyday human being standards, behave a little bit appallingly. I'm just saying, even if he was just at that level, he'd probably still get in the England squad, but he went well beyond what is even deemed appropriate for a footballer. Christ, I mean, there's footballers got in for some... and still played for the country while still generally being appalling human beings. John Terry, a prime example of that, perhaps. Gamer Guru, Greenwood was overhyped. Glad he was found out as the garbage person he is. I mean, I'm just saying, as the type of footballer he is, without turning this into a Greenwood stream, because it's not even about him as a person. We all don't condone what he did. But football-wise, he's had a good season in France. Ronnie, look at that. Member for 4 months. Thank you very much for being a part of the Premier League Dad Matchday squad. We've got our Members Only Live coming up this Friday, where we go through this weekend's massive round of Premier League fixtures. If you want to be part of that, you can join the Premier League Dad Members Club. It's only 99p, I believe. I think it's 99p. Jellyfish, Gaza didn't, but he was amazing and a character, and I love him. I was just about to say John Terry. Yeah, there's some bad eggs. I mean, look, Ryan Giggs continued playing and whatever. It's quite clear he wasn't a great character. Wayne Rooney, there's a lot of them. A lot of them who weren't necessarily wonderful people, but continued playing at the highest level. But again, don't get it twisted, that's not me saying, oh yeah, you should keep playing. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying there's footballers who are still very... there's a lot of footballers who've generally been pretty terrible human beings. I'm making a broad comment on footballers' behaviour rather than the standards we should allow at international level. I still don't think Mason Greenwood should be anywhere close to an international squad, for very obvious reasons. We're seeing it now again with Thomas Partey. Well, yeah, I mean, Thomas Partey, another one. That was overlooked, wasn't it? That was overlooked very conveniently for a long time. Joe says, Key, Midnight Spot's got to your head, throwing apple pies at the elderly. U7 Key, are we going to watch the FA Cup final? We will, mate. Yes, absolutely. 3-star, what a guy. Highlight of the season, not our Europa League semi-final, but winning at Anfield 3-0. You're only joking, Key. You're treading a fine line. No, listen, to be honest, I'm really rooting for Forest. I think you will go through against Villa as well. What a run that is. Luis Diaz, taken out there. It's going to be a free kick and a yellow card. Who's been booked there? Is it Hakimi? Is it Hakimi? No, Marquinhos. Marquinhos booked. Not a foul, says Jellyfish. I don't know, you know. Diaz, he did block him, but I don't think he was going anywhere there. I don't think that was a foul, you know. Lewis, don't think Greenwood would ever play for England again. No, I agree, and I don't think he should. I agree. So the party was yes, yeah. North End Views, I got accepted into university. Are you proud of me, Dad? Well done, you. Which one are you going? Are you going UCLAN? UCLAN's nice if you're going that way. Daddy-O says it wasn't overlooked, but he still hadn't been found guilty. Well, it's alleged you can't do anything but look at Mendy. No, listen, and I agree that wasn't a pop at Arsenal. But I still think, generally speaking, that as a football club you have to be held to a different standard. It's not just like you get accused of something at work, because if you get accused of something at work, then, you know, there's real... As a football club, you're literally like a public figure, standard bearer. I think he probably should have been took out of the side, even just while it was investigated. And if that meant as a consequence they had to keep paying him his wages and whatever, then, you know, that's something they have to do. But you can't keep playing him. Gamer Guru, what are we saying? Here we go. Sorry, corner to Bayern here. Corner to Bayern, whipped in far post. Good touch away from Safanov. And Neves is going to get it away. Better from PSG, but very much under the cosh, I would say, in a way that we never really saw with them, with Liverpool during the Liverpool or Chelsea games. LFC Ab. Hey Key, thoughts on Liverpool at the moment? Disappointing. Oh, it's a great opportunity for Bayern down the right-hand side, if he can get the right ball. Why has he slowed it down there? What are you doing? Oh, that's so disappointing. They were in then. They were in. Yeah, thoughts on Liverpool? I would say disappointing season, but maybe understandable. And I think we'll probably finish about where this team is. I think we're probably third or fourth best squad in the league, and I think that's kind of where we'll finish. So maybe in the broader sense, not actually that disappointing. Disappointing, but not surprising. Let's say that. I think we've had a lot of external factors at play this season. Injuries. Big injuries. Obviously, Jota and what happened in the summer. Some things like that you just can't really overlook. Here's Kvara. Big chance. Great defending from Bayern. And Bayern come away with it. Here's Luis Diaz. Look at how good. He's so good. What a player Luis Diaz is. Can't believe Liverpool sold him and just didn't replace him. That is the worst bit. That is comfortably the worst bit. Here's Musiala. What a pass. Big chance. Bayern. Penalty referee. Penalty referee. It is a penalty. It's a penalty to Bayern. Luis Diaz wins the penalty. And it absolutely was a penalty. And now they're going to check for a potential red. Are they going to check for a potential red? I wonder. There's a tackle that's flowing in there from Pacho. Ball gets played in. Oh, he gets none of the ball. He gets none of the ball. Absolutely none of it. Oh, does he? No, he takes the player first. He's took the player first and then got the ball. Diaz is basically on the floor by the time Pacho touches that. It's absolutely not. It's absolutely not a red card, but it is a penalty. And the referee's going to have a little look at it, I think, is he? No, he's give it. He's give it. It's ruled. It's done. Penalty in the opening 15 minutes for Bayern. Oh, that puts the cat amongst the pigeons. Harry Kane now. What a moment for Harry Kane. Champions League semi-final. Parc des Princes. The yellow from earlier was soft, but this, I must say, is a penalty. It is, isn't it? Yeah, it's not a red, but it's definitely a pen. Definitely a penalty. This is where Harry Kane could write himself into Bayern folklore here if they were to go on and win the Champions League here? Or is he going to do what he did for England and sky it? Harry Kane, right-footed against Safanov. He scored. It's 1-0 Bayern. They're in front. Go on, Harry. Go on, Harry. Love that. Doing England proud. How's it going, Ethan? Lovely to see you, mate. Bayern in front. PSG 0. Bayern 1. That should light the touch paper on this semi-final now. Because PSG, they've been a bit... I don't know, they've kind of sat off Bayern a little bit. I feel like Bayern have had the better start. 13 goals in 12 games for Harry Kane. That's some going in it at the highest level in the Champions League. That's not, Bundesliga. He's been great in the Bundesliga as well. Breaking records. Sensational. But 13 in 12 in the Champions League. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad going. Government name unknown. Do you think Kane winning the Champions League will get him the Ballon d'Or? Yeah, I think it will. I absolutely think it will. Harry Kane wins the Ballon d'Or if Bayern win the Champions League. Yes. Absolutely. PSG are playing a bit conservative. That is the word I was going for, Jay Cartman. You phrased it far more articulately than I ever could. Need to just open up and run at the defence. They need to be a bit braver, don't they? I think that's what Luis Enrique will be asking of them at half-time, is be a bit bolder. You've got pace in the wide areas. Kvaratskhelia and Dembele, we've seen nothing of them at all. Nothing. I mean, we've not really seen too much of... I mean, this is brilliant from Zaire Emery. Here is Kvaratskhelia. Far too central, though. That's kind of been where we've seen them. They've compressed. Bayern have done a great job at squeezing PSG into the middle of the park. Look at where... I mean, Dembele's playing as a centre-forward. But Doué's not... I don't think Doué's touched it. There you go, first touch. Beaten every time. Why am I saying Alaba? Davis, sorry. Davis has got Doué's number down that side. PSG respecting Bayern a bit too much. Yeah, that seems to be what's happening. And they've lost it again in the middle of the park in a dangerous area. Here's Harry Kane. Big chance if they can get it in. Should be 2. Oh, it's just off the line. Michael Elise probably should have scored. It should have been 2-0 Bayern. Oh, PSG, wake up. PSG need to wake up. It's going to be a foul. No. Oh, my God. It's just so poor from PSG. Losing the ball. Harry Kane slopped it into Elise. And do you know what? I've been very critical of Safanov. What a save. What a save that is. Incredible save. Liam, key thoughts on Ruben Amorim being linked to the Crystal Palace job? Understandable. I think he wants to come back to the Prem. I think we will see Ruben Amorim back in the Prem before long, whether it's Crystal Palace or Bournemouth maybe, or Brighton, or the next available, let's quote-unquote big job. I've tipped him to go to Everton. I think David Moyes is not long for Everton. He'll be gone maybe this summer or before Christmas. David Moyes will not be Everton manager by Christmas. I am 99% sure of it. And for that reason, Amorim, I think, would be a smart choice. Everton, I'm saying Everton. Bayern, ball pulled back, PSG clear it away. Can't believe we let Diaz go and didn't even attempt to replace him, yeah. Yeah, just let Rio Engamoa start there, that'll be fine. Yeah, I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll just sell Luis Diaz and just have a 16-year-old kid. That'll probably be okay, won't it? Can't see any possible repercussions for that at all. That should be absolutely fine. Could you see Amorim at Chelsea? No, I think he's had his fill of invasive owners. I think the next place that he goes, Amorim will want to have a bit more creative control, because I think he'll have been burned by Man United, won't he? He'll want to go somewhere where he, maybe not he'll dominate, but somewhere where I think he can have his cake and eat it a little bit. Like if Amorim goes to Everton, I think within reason he can say to the Friedkin group, listen, I've been Man United manager and I've managed in the Champions League. Like, I'm bigger than your club within... He doesn't have to say that, but within reason, Amorim would be a very good appointment for Everton, wouldn't it? I know they've had Ancelotti, but generally speaking, Ancelotti went there and he basically, what he wanted, he got within reason. That's a brilliant save, that from Safanov. It's a brilliant, brilliant save. Jake Hartman, pretty sure I saw something the other day saying Amorim is taking a sabbatical year before getting back into management. Well, how long has it been? It's not been that long, has it? January? Was it January when he got sacked? Okay. Where's Harry Kane going here? PSG playing conservative have just sent Bayern into Labour, and the PSG now will have to reform his tactics. I didn't even follow that until the very end there. You had me at the start. Key, who do you think will be Chelsea's new manager in your opinion? It's looking like Areola. What a ball that is! Oh, nearly Bayern again. Applying so much pressure early on here. 22 minutes in, it genuinely could be 3-0. They've been by far the better side, and that's a big moment. PSG are in. It could be 1-1. It should be 1-1. Dembele's had an absolute nightmare. This is a Ballon d'Or winner. You're having a laugh. That was Beto in the Merseyside derby. What Dembele has just done there. This is why I said he was never a Ballon d'Or winner, this fella. He was never a Ballon d'Or winner. It's disgusting that this fella won a Ballon d'Or. That's shocking. It's not even close. He's one-on-one with 40-year-old Manuel Neuer. He opens his body up thinking he's Thierry Henry, and he nearly hits the corner flag. Shocking. Absolutely shocking from Dembele. Finners Matty, if Amorim goes Palace, then I think he'll do well there since they already play with a back three. And government name unknown, I would have bet my house on him scoring that one. Harry Sinclair, do you think England's chances of winning the World Cup will come down to how well Kane plays? I think it'll depend as well on not just how well Kane plays, but if Kane's fit and how sharp he is. And we've seen it feels like we're seeing injuries all the time. Like, how many big injuries have we seen players now who are going to miss the World Cup potentially? Like massive, massive recurrent injuries that players who are going to miss the World Cup. I think you've got to also acknowledge that there's probably going to be some. Kvaratskhelia down the left-hand side here. PSG in the area. Strike. It's there. It's 1-1. What an absolutely sensational goal from the true world-class player in this team. The real Ballon d'Or winner for me. Kvaratskhelia is it's night and day between him and Dembele. Absolute night and day. Kvaratskhelia is worlds apart from that fella. He's absolutely incredible, this lad. Love him to bits. The best for me, the best winger in Europe. I think he's better than Elise. He's unbelievable. Absolutely top quality. Kvaratskhelia cuts inside. Absolutely no chance, and then just sticks it in the far corner. No chance, Stanisic. Kimmich tries to double up. Upamecano and Tano were near him. Just brilliant. Just brilliant. What a goal. What a beauty, indeed. Just too good. The Georgian Messi. The Georgian Messi strikes again. And now the game's alive. I told you, Bayern have had these chances and they had to take them. We said, if they don't take these chances, they'll regret it. PSG are not going to be, conservative forever. They'll wake up. And in one moment there, they've just cut Bayern apart, gone up the other end, bottom corner. That's it. In fact, they've cut Bayern apart twice. Dembele should have scored. Dembele should have scored and Kvara scored a minute later. DB says, do we think Arsenal v Atleti will be as liquid football as this tomorrow? I think Arsenal v Atleti will be a different type of game, but I actually think there'll be more goals, bizarrely. I think this one now might just settle down a bit, because I don't think either manager, Luis Enrique and Vincent Kompany, will not like how open this is. They won't enjoy that. They will be telling their defence just have a minute, just settle it down for 5 minutes, let's play through the next phase. The next 5 to 10 minutes is important. We can't concede again. That will go for both teams. PSG have just scored. What's the most dangerous time to concede? Just after you've scored. It's when you switch off. So PSG will be alert. I think Bayern will just settle it down now. Look at them, they're already just going back. Let's have a moment of possession. Go back to the defence. Go back to the goalkeeper if you need to. There it is. They'll just settle it down a minute. There's no need to get all excited. We don't need to win the game in the opening half hour. Here's Luis Diaz up against Marquinhos, though. Marquinhos on a booking. Oh, Luis Diaz, you've got to run him there, lad. Disappointing from Diaz. 2-0 Atletico Madrid tomorrow. We hope so. Broken verdict, Atletico will beat Arsenal at home and lose away. Arsenal to go through, either to get spanked in the final. This is basically the final, isn't it? I'd hope. This and next week in Munich. Here's PSG. Doué. Good block from Bayern. Needed to happen as well. Will says Carl is out for Bayern. He's one for the future. Yeah, they've always got some brilliant youngster Bayern. They've always had great quality, and yeah, Carl seems to be another one. Luke says, why did you guys let Diaz go? His contract was up, mate. Yeah, he had 2 years left on his contract, and it was one of them where we either sell him now for 70 million quid, or he was demanding a new contract on increased wages, and we were just never going to give him that at 29, 30 years of age. As good as he is, Liverpool don't give long-term contracts to over 29, 30-year-olds unless there is a massive, business case for it. Like Salah and Van Dijk, I think they commanded it, and I think they got it and they earned it. Even though Salah's has proved to be a terrible decision, I think Van Dijk earned it, and I think Van Dijk still has earned his. Luis Diaz, we couldn't afford to put him on 200 grand a week, 250 grand a week, and have him be on that wage at 32, 33. That's not how Liverpool operate anymore. We did that before under Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp convinced Liverpool to keep hold of Henderson, keep hold of Wijnaldum, players who then ended up being well past their best, and we were still having them on large wages. We needed to recycle earlier, and to do that, you have to take chances like what we did with Luis Diaz. It's not to say we thought he was a bad player. He just needed to move on. If we'd have sold Luis Diaz and replaced him, it wouldn't be spoken about half as much as it is. Promise you. If we'd have sold Luis Diaz and gone and got Jan Diamand, for example, which I don't think we would have done in the summer because he only left Leganés last year. But if we'd have sold him and gone and got someone else, whoever that might be, Ezal Zuli, for example. Ezal Zuli at Betis is another one Liverpool are being linked with. I love that idea, by the way. We've watched a lot of Betis. People know I'm a big fan of Betis. Ezal Zuli is quality. He's absolutely quality. If we get Ezal Zuli, we could have got him last summer. He's ex-La Masia as well. He came through Barca. So if we get Ezal Zuli and we got rid of Luis Diaz, no one would have been speaking about it anywhere near as much. Broken verdict says, Key, what's your opinion on Truffert from Bournemouth? I went United to get him as a fullback. They bought him for 17 million. We could maybe get him for 35. You're not getting Truffert. How are you going to get Truffert unless you're determined to actually start him as a left back? I don't think that's going to happen. I think United you've got Dorgu, you've got Shaw, you've got the young lad. What's his name? Is it Diego Leon, the Paraguayan young lad? Or Diego, I can't remember his name. I think it's Diego Leon, isn't it? You've got left backs. I just don't see a world in which United go in the market for a left back this year. Make Slytherin great again. The guy from RB Leipzig, didn't he say he likes Liverpool? Yeah, Jan Diamand is a Liverpool fan. PSG strike from distance over the bar. Dan, how you doing, mate? What's the score? The score at the moment is 1-1. Bayern with a penalty in the opening few minutes, or the opening 15 minutes, sorry, and then PSG with an equaliser from Kvaratskhelia about 5 minutes ago. Jellyfish says Leon is inexperienced. And I know I get he's inexperienced, but what you can't do is buy a third left back and then say, listen, you're probably going to keep Shaw, you've got Dorgu, you've got Leon. So what are you going to do? You're going to sign a fourth left back? Come on, mate. You can't. If you sign a fourth left back, what you're effectively saying to Diego Leon is, listen, you have no chance of playing here. And if he's a talented young player, if you believe in his talent, then you can't do that. You've got to give him a pathway to the first team. Third choice is harsh, but fourth is we just don't believe in you. So you can't do that. If you've got three left backs, and you have, and you've got other players who can play there as well, there's just no way United sign a left back. I'd be astonished if you do. Elise in the area, what a run that is. Oh, it's in. Is it in? Is it in? Safanov's got it. Oh my God, what a run that was. If that goes in, that's one of the goals of the tournament. I thought he'd taken it out to play there. Elise gets past Mendes. skins Marquinhos. Does he keep it in? He does. And then it would have been an own goal. And now PSG up the other end. What a run this is. What a run this is. Oh my God. Doué. Fucking. This is just the quality at both ends of the pitch. Absolutely insane. Liverpool. It's not fair, this. It ain't fair, this. Why are there like 6 strikers on the pitch? All of whom are just absolutely insane and unplayable. This is the final, isn't it? There's 6 attackers on the pitch, all of whom are absolute fire. The absolute best of the best of the best is on the pitch tonight. This is what we're witnessing. Elise has just done something potentially goal of the tournament, and Doué goes up the other end. Oh my God, it's 2-1! It's 2-1! And the smallest player on the pitch, João Neves. Bang, header! It's 2-1 PSG. What a goal that is. It's in. It's 2-1. I said PSG would win this tonight. They've come from behind. We said Bayern needed to take those chances. They've had plenty of chances. And now they're going to rue those. Because it's 2-1 PSG. Unbelievable turnaround in the Parc des Princes. This is incredible stuff from both teams. It's absolutely, in terms of quality, top quality. That was a bit Alan Partridge. I didn't mean it to sound that. To be honest, I could see Dorgu playing more left wing based on his performances in that position before his injury. I could too, but he's also not going to start every game at left wing, is he? Cunha's going to be your starter on the left, and maybe Ahmad at times, maybe Mbermo at times. You know, they'll have different players who can play there. And for that reason, Dorgu will probably also start at left back sometimes. What a game! PSG with the scaffolding. Scaffolding FC PSG. Now Manuel Neuer pumping it long. Look at that. Even Bayern going direct. Broken verdict. You know what's crazy? Most of them can play either side. Left wing, right wing, striker. It doesn't matter, Key. They can swap, interchange, go deep. It doesn't matter. That's it. They're in again here. It should be 3. Dembele. Oh, no. Strike. Absolutely awful, this fella. I mean, he's still a Ballon d'Or winner, but I genuinely think out of the 6 attackers on the pitch, he's the worst one, isn't he? He's the worst one. You've got Kvara, you've got Elise, you've got Diaz, you've got Kane, you've got Doué and Dembele. Dembele, Ballon d'Or winner, is the worst one of the 6. The worst one of the 6. Shortest players winning headers. Yeah, Bayern have poked the burr, says Gareth. That's it. Seems like every time this game comes back from a replay, there's an attack. Great game for the neutrals. That's it. Great game for the neutrals. Don't know why he went down there so easily. Dembele is Igor Thiago in disguise from last night. And the attacking in both sides are incredible, but the defenders are questionable. I think PSG's defence is better than Bayern's. Bayern's defence is definitely questionable. This is why I think if Bayern make the final, Arsenal will beat them. I'm telling you, I'll stand on that. I'll die on that hill. If Bayern make the final, Arsenal will beat them. I mean, I hope, obviously, Arsenal don't get to the final. I want to see Atletico Madrid get them and knock them out this week. But if they do make the final and it's against Bayern, I genuinely think Arsenal win it. I'm almost certain they win it. It's a French award, isn't it? It is, yeah. It's a French magazine, isn't it? The Ballon d'Or award that gives it. Here is Musiala out to Diaz. Luis Diaz, what a turn. Pulls it back. Musiala, all the time in the world. What are you doing? Oh, my God. We talked about how good the attackers were, but they're not being very efficient. Clinical nature here is eluding both teams. Just no real finishing prowess on display. Here's Hakimi. PSG driving forward. What a ball that is. Hakimi's in. I think he might be offside there. I think he'd have went offside anyway. I'm sure the ref's going to put his flag up. And again, we're talking about Doué Missing a sitter. LJ, how's it going, everyone? I'm watching Ipswich v Southampton. I want Borough to go up. Come on, 2-2-2. End to end, it's crazy. It is, yeah. It's absolutely crazy. Ball down the right-hand side for Bayern. They're getting too many open looks. They didn't expect so much finishing. Enzo said, why did the Ballon d'Or become the trophy for the best player? Does the French have an eye for it or what? I don't know. It's just something that started. I mean, Ballon d'Or is... It used to be the FIFA World Player of the Year, didn't it? And that stopped, I think, around, was it 2002, 2003? After that, it became Ballon d'Or. PSG down the left-hand side with Mendes. What a run this is. Switch of play. This is wonderful from PSG. Doué into Dembele. Mr. Arsenal fan, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. What's your combined 11 for this game, says Vuyo. We've just done that, mate. We did that at kickoff. I think I went with Neuer in goal, Hakimi, Marquinhos, and Upamecano, with Mendes at left back. It was Vitinha, Neves, and did I say Kimmich or Musiala? I think I went Kimmich, didn't I? Kimmich, Vitinha, Neves, and then I went Kvaratskhelia, Elise, and Kane. But I might even be tempted to put Diaz in for Elise, honestly. Bayern playing like there's 10 minutes left of the second leg. Here's Kvaratskhelia down the left-hand side. Great tackle that from Stanisic. Well done. Really good tackle. The thing is, the defences aren't even that bad, really. Attackers are so fast and skillful. They're in again here, Bayern. Big chance. Got to strike it. Oh, claim for a penalty again. Stanisic claiming a penalty. He's been took out, has he? I don't think so. Don't think there's anything wrong with him. Now he's got to get back. Arsenal tried to make their own trophy. Harry Sinclair was thinking last night, these even Championship players are closer to Messi than we are to them. That doesn't mean we can't criticise, it's just worth remembering. Oh, no, I agree. Listen, it's always the way, though, isn't it? Us, unfit 9-to-5ers criticising the best athletes in the world, roaring advice to the best athletes in the world while we balance, a beer and a kebab on our ninth belly. You should do this, not that. Government name unknown. It's actually mad to me that Arsenal fans think they can beat PSG Bayern. They're going to get humiliated and everyone is going to laugh at them on social media. Nah, listen, I'm telling you, I've said since the start of the season, since before the ball was kicked, I've got a feeling Arsenal win the Champions League this year. And I don't want to see it. I'd really hate it. But I think they will. I genuinely think they will. If they get Bayern in the final, we've already seen tonight, Bayern are sus. Right? Defensively, Bayern are sus. They've had PSG in behind 4 or 5 times tonight. Just in the first half hour. And they've conceded 2 goals. And one of them off set pieces to the smallest man on the pitch. Arsenal will beat Bayern Munich, I'm telling you. Arsenal will 100% they will beat Bayern Munich. However, if they play PSG, I think PSG will do them. Pete Greenall, what's the score key? It's PSG 2, Bayern Munich 1. 40 minutes on the clock. It's been a sensational game. Like a properly good game. Bayern driving forward. Elise! Oh, it's 2-2! Oh my God! This is just insane. This is incredible. Yeah. Unbelievable stuff. Just absolutely outrageous from Elise. That dance through the middle of the Bayern, of the PSG defence. Dance through the midfield and then smashes it top corner. Wow. Wow, what are we witnessing tonight? Just incredible. I mean, he has got all the time in the world. Do you know what? Let's call it for what it is. We're saying wow. That's really poor, isn't it? That's really poor. Am I being harsh? Am I being too critical? It's 1, straight at the keeper. 2, the PSG defence parts like the Red Sea. It parted it like the Red Sea there. That was so poor defensively. We're witnessing two unbelievable attacking sides, but we might just have to temper that by how bad they are defensively. PSG have been woeful in this first half defensively, Bayern the same, and they're both really going at each other. 2-2. Poor defending, says Connor. It is, isn't it? It is absolutely poor defending. It's a great game, but let's call it for Bayern again. Let's call it for what it is. It's a really, really exceptional performance from the attacking players to get into positions to score. But they haven't been clinical. How many missed chances have we seen? The attackers have missed a hatful, and the defence, both defences, are just giving up chances. In a weird sort of way, it's been a dreadful performance from both sides. But for a neutral watching this, it's great. It's absolutely brilliant. Gave him too much space, that's it. PDM, as an Arsenal fan, there is no chance our game is going to be this good tomorrow. Gamer Guru, PSG just watched him run through and did nothing. Not good enough, is it? Shocking level of defending, says Blake. Yeah, that's where I am as well with it. I think it's poor, it's questionable. I'll be honest, if you're an Arsenal fan watching this, I think if I'm an Arsenal fan watching this, I'm rubbing my hands together. I'm thinking, hey, we get past Atleti, we'll do either of these. We will do either of these. Topsy-turvy, but great for a neutral. It is, yes, it's certainly great for a neutral. No doubt about that. Ball over to the right-hand side now, again for Elise. Elise up against Mendes. He's got him. He's got him on toast every single time. And actually really good defending from Mendes. Fair play to him. That was a great recovery. That was a fabulous recovery. LJ, if Borough go up, how does that affect Howball and Co? I heard they're rivals. Anyone help me? I'm American. It doesn't really affect them, to be honest, no. Doesn't really affect them at all. They are rivals. Borough and Newcastle are rivals, but maybe in a less kind of a way than Sunderland. Like, the Tyne Weir derby is definitely bigger than the Tyne Tees derby. Government name unknown. Key is surely lying to the faces of Arsenal fans to give them false hope. You cannot more serious. They stand no chance against PSG or Bayern. They've already battered Bayern this season in the Champions League. They smashed them like 4-1. Graham says, I think the officials have been good. Do you know what? We don't say that enough as well. I absolutely agree with that, Graham. Yes, that's a great point that we didn't really cover. I think the referees had a great game. How often do we say the referee's been shocking, the referee's been dreadful? Well, here we are in the Champions League semi-final. I think he's got everything right. I think he's got everything right. Fair play to him. As an Arsenal fan, there is no way we do either of these. We are 1-0 merchants lately, but can't see us keeping either of these teams quiet. Credit where credit's due, fair play. That's it. You got to call it out when you see it. I think the linesmen's, the ref, they've done really well tonight. They've got everything right. Ball in, and again Bayern not looking really all that convincing as they clear it behind for a corner. Another corner for them to defend. The last corner PSG scored from. Could we see a fifth goal in this game? Could it be a fifth goal in this game by half time? This is probably the last chance of the game, or the last chance of the half rather. PSG 2, Bayern 2. A breathless first half. Ball gets whipped in. Flicked on near post. Far post, Mendes. If he can get it back in. No. Comes out to Kvaratskhelia. Back out to Dembele. This is the chance. This is it. He's got to find the ball. Ref's going to blow up here if he's not careful. Kvaratskhelia, strike. Good save for Neuer. And that's probably going to be half-time, referee, I think. I gamble red card. It probably will be. Yes. Probably will be. Based on Marquinhos, and he's been a little bit... Oh, there might be a check on a potential penalty here. Dembele with the ball in. Ooh, now this could be a penalty to PSG. Dembele with the ball and Davis. No, it hits his thigh, doesn't it? It's not in a... That's not a penalty. That's not a penalty. Don't give that as a pen, ref. Not when we've been really, really good with the referees. When we've just complimented the refs, haven't we? Please don't give this as a penalty. Please don't give this as a penalty. It's not a pen, that. It's not a pen. That's not a pen. Don't ruin this game, mate. Don't ruin this game. It's 2 minutes. Just blow up. Just blow up. Just go like that. Blow up. We'll all go in for half-time. It's been a great game. Don't ruin this now by giving a penalty bang on half-time when it's not a pen. Yes, his hand's out, but it hits his thigh first. It hits his thigh and then it hits his hand. You can't give that as a pen. He's going to go and have a look. Oh, this is poor. This is so poor from the ref. That's not a pen, but it's going to be a pen. It's not a pen. It's not a pen. It hits his thigh and then hits his hand. He's not even looking at it. I'm sick of us. I'm absolutely furious that we're giving these decisions as handball. Look at it. It bounces up off his thigh before it hits his hand. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. That is, if we give this in a semi-final, it's absolutely ludicrous, that. It's absolutely ludicrous. Oh my God, he's give it. This is shocking. This is absolutely diabolical. And I'm like, it's not a penalty, ref. That's so poor. It's so poor. You can't hit it into the stomach of the... It's just, what's he meant to do? He's got to cut his arm off. What are you meant to do? Oh... Just shocking, man. Absolutely shocking, that. Kvaratskhelia has got hold of it, but I think it's probably going to be Dembele. I hope they save it now. I really hope he saves it. Come on, Neuer. Justice would be a save here. It would be justice to save this. So wrong that this is the position we're in. So wrong. Blake Griffin says new UEFA rules means any sort of contact in the box is given. It's just madness to me. I'm sorry. I think there needs to be reform then. We need to see reform in penalty rules. Because that is... for handball specifically, there needs to be something looked at. Because that's not a penalty. None of us want to see that given as a pen. Unless you're a PSG fan or a Dortmund fan, nobody wants to see that given as a pen. But Dembele steps up, right-footed against Neuer. Oh, so close to saving it, but it's 3-2. 3-2. I don't want to see that given as a pen. Honestly, and listen, I'm not a Bayern fan. I don't really care. But I'm furious. Genuinely furious on their behalf tonight that that's a pen. Absolutely raging. Shocking. 3 set-piece goals. Shocking game. Bayern will feel hard done by. And they should, yeah. Yeah, they absolutely should. Daniel, what happened? I went to make a cup of tea. It was a handball given right on half-time. Dembele's just scored a penalty to make it 3-2. Never a penalty in a million years. No one wants to see a pen for that. But what a great half of football. We're 3-2. 3-2 at half-time. Crazy. Madness. Kane will have something to say about it. Don't worry. He's scammed, says Enzo. Enzo, I agree with you, mate. I agree. Tomorrow night will be a snooze fest. And Andy says Ipswich virtually promoted. Yeah, I was going to say, I think Ipswich now 1-0 up against Southampton. Assuming that sees through, then yes, it will be Ipswich heading to the Premier League, automatically returning. Right, half-time at the Parc des Princes, and it is PSG 3, Bayern Munich 2. What a game. What a half of football. Will the second half be as good as that one? I've got us a half-time quiz. Do you fancy a half-time quiz, anyone? If you're new around here, do me a favour before we start it. Make sure you leave a like on the live. Make sure you've subscribed and hit the notification bell as well. I need you to hit that notification bell we've got tomorrow Athletic v Arsenal. On Thursday we're doing Nottingham Forest against Aston Villa, big European semi-final. 2 English sides in a European semi-final. Very rare. And then this weekend, by the way, we're doing the Championship playoff final, well, Championship final day. Wrexham against Borough. 3 o'clock, 5:30, sorry, not 3 o'clock. 5:30, Arsenal, Fulham. Come on, Fulham. Come on, Fulham. And then 8 o'clock, we're going to do Osasuna against Barcelona. Barca win, they will secure the La Liga Championship. So, 3 big games on Saturday night. Followed, obviously, on Sunday by Man United against Liverpool, which should be a giggle, shouldn't it? I'm really looking forward to that one. Right, here we go. Thank you, everyone that's already hit the like button and subscribed. Let's get stuck in with a halftime quiz. So, the halftime quiz I've got for you is, can you name for me the top 25 Champions League appearance holders that have played for either of these 2 sides? They've got to have played for one of these sides. Champions League appearance holders that have played for one of these sides. Can you get them in the chat? Lewis Brown says Arsenal draw tomorrow and beat Fulham. I hope not, Lewis. Zlatan, Messi and Muller, all there. Yes, Thomas Muller is second. Messi is first. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is 9th. Ribery, no. Ronaldinho, no. But Mbappe, yes. Mbappe is 20th. Good shout, Matty. Ronaldinho's not there. Blake says Schweinsteiger. Yes, Schweinsteiger is 22nd. We've already got Ibrahimovic, Schweinsteiger, Mbappe, Muller and Messi. If you've just joined us, we're looking for the top 25 Champions League appearance holders who have played for either PSG or Bayern Munich. That's the question, Jay. Not Neymar, Gamer Guru, no, but Beckham is there, yes. David Beckham is 16th. Not Kingsley Coman, not Rabiot, and not Harry Kane, no. Not Ronaldo, no, Ronaldo never played for either. Not Coman. Ronnie says, Key, you're doing all 3 games on Sunday. I'm doing some games on Sunday. I don't know what games I'm doing on Sunday at this moment. Lewandowski and Robben. Robben is 15th, yes, and Lewandowski is 5th. Well done. Vidal, no, not Vidal. Thiago Silva, says Daddy-O. Thiago Silva is 18th. Well done. Verratti, no. Buffon, yes. Gianluigi Buffon is 8th. Well done. Not Diaz, but Marquinhos is right. Yes, Finners Matty. Marquinhos is 11th. Neymar, no. Laurent Blanc, no. Mario Basler, no. Ribery, no. But Philipp Lahm, yes. Philipp Lahm is 13th. Well done. Schweinsteiger we've got. If you've just joined us, our halftime quiz is the top 25. Can you name the top 25 Champions League appearance holders who have played for either PSG or Bayern Munich? Right, so far we've got Schweinsteiger, Mbappe, Thiago Silva, Beckham, Lahm, Marquinhos, Ibrahimovic, Buffon, Lewandowski, Muller and Messi. So you've got 11, there's 14 left to get. Neuer says tracks form. Love that, yes. Neuer is right, he's 3rd. Hummels, says Enzo. Well done. Mats Hummels is 25th. Not Donnarumma. We've got Muller. We've got Lahm. We've got Schweinsteiger. Not Okocha. No. Ballack. Well done, Lewis Dunn. Yeah, Ballack is there. He's 24th. Lizarazu, no. Cavani, no. Oliver Kahn. Well done, Andy. Yes, Oliver Kahn is 19th. Tony Kroos says I am Kroos. Yeah, Kroos is 4th. Well done. Robbie Fowler. No, not quite Robbie Fowler. Not this time. Ronaldinho, no. Ronaldinho is not in the top 25 Champions League appearance holders to have played for either of these clubs. Not Owen Hargreaves. We've got Zlatan. We've got Lewandowski. How has Donnarumma not made the list? He's been playing since 16. He's just not, mate. I don't know what to say to you. A long time he played for... I mean, if you look at, like, Hummels and Ballack, who were 25th and 24th, they had long, long careers in the Champions League. Alaba. David Alaba. Yes, Alaba is 7th on the list. Well done. Maxwell tracks form. Good answer. Maxwell, yes, 23rd. Maxwell, long career at PSG and also played for Barcelona. Not Lothar Matthäus. No. We've already got Neuer. Di Maria, says Andy. Yes. And Thiago Silva, we've already got Adam. Di Maria is he is 12th. Kimmich was said by Thiago. Well done. Kimmich is 17th. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 21. I need 4 from you. 21. I need 4 more. You've got Thiago Silva, not Ginola. Di Maria is a good one. Yes, we've got Kimmich, not Juan Bernat, not Goretzka. No. Not Effenberg. No. You're missing 2 players. In fact, all 3. Oh no, that's all 4. I was going to say there's 3 of them played for PSG, 1 of them played for Bayern. Not Kimpembe, not Mendy. Muller, we've already got Muller, not Schneiderlin. Alonso, Matty, well done. Xabi Alonso is number 10. Yes, Xabi Alonso, long career at Liverpool, Real Madrid, and obviously Bayern Munich as well. Not Thiago Alcantara, not Seedorf, no. Not Klinsmann, we've already got Marquinhos. So far, we've got Hummels, Ballack, Maxwell, Schweinsteiger, Mbappe, Kahn, Thiago Silva, Kimmich, Beckham, Robben, Lahm, Di Maria, Marquinhos, Xabi Alonso, Ibrahimovic, Buffon, Alaba, Lewandowski, Kroos, Neuer, Muller, Messi. 3 more left to get. 3 more left to get. It's 1-1 in the Southampton game. Not Draxler, not Boateng, not Neymar. Keep them coming. Not Matuidi. Are we ready for some guesses? We're almost close to kickoff, I guess. We could do with some guesses, maybe. Not Suarez, not Mario Gomez. No. So, 2 of them were defenders. 1 of them was a midfielder. 2 defenders, 1 midfielder. There's only 3 left. Dani Alves. There you go. There's 1. I am Crute. Well done. Dani Alves is the correct. Dani Alves had a spell at PSG after a long, long career at Barca. Not Cabaye, not Dembele, not Bernat. We've already got Philipp Lahm, not Debuchy. Thiago Silva we've got, not Thiago Motta, not Babel. Makelele, what an answer that is. Yeah, Claude Makelele. He played his final days at PSG after a long career with Chelsea and Real Madrid. So yeah, Claude Makelele makes number 21. There's 1 more left to get. 1 more. You've got 24 out of 25. And it is, well done, Daddy-O, Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos. Everyone seems to forget about Ramos and Alves playing for PSG. And Makelele too. It's not really a surprise that those were the ones that we missed. But there you go. They are the top 25 Champions League appearance holders who have played for either PSG or Bayern Munich. Mats Hummels, 25th. Then it was Ballack, what a midfielder he was, by the way. Maxwell was 23rd. Schweinsteiger, who had a real fall off after he left Bayern. Makelele, who's one of my all-time favourite midfielders in the Prem. Mbappe is number 20. He might well rise up the ranks for the rest of his career. Oliver Kahn, number 19, one of the all-time great goalkeepers. Number 18, Thiago Silva, one of the best defenders ever in my opinion. Joshua Kimmich at 17, Beckham 16, Robben 15, Dani Alves 14. Less said about him, the better. 13, Philipp Lahm, 12, Di Maria, 11, Marquinhos, 10, Liverpool's own Xabi Alonso. Number 9, Ibrahimovic. Number 8, Gigi Buffon. Number 7, Alaba. Number 6, Ramos. Number 5, Lewandowski. Number 4, Kroos. 3, Neuer, who's playing tonight. Manuel Neuer still playing. 3 on the list, Manuel Neuer. 2nd is Thomas Muller. And number 1, the God, Leo Messi. There you go. That's your halftime quiz. If you enjoyed it, do us a favour. Hit like, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell. Get in Saints, says Make Slytherin great again. If Southampton were to win, that makes them level on points, doesn't it, with Middlesbrough. If they were to turn this round, it would put them level on points with Borough. And I think they would also... they'd be level on goal difference with Borough, but they'd be ahead on goals scored. If Southampton get a second here, they go 4th. Borough would drop down to 5th and would still have a chance. Borough, Southampton, Millwall and Ipswich, we'd be going into the final day with all 4 of them having a chance of getting the second automatic spot. What an unbelievable final day it's going to be in the Championship, by the way, on Saturday. I mean, listen, it's going to be a great day anyway, because Borough, Millwall and Ipswich, there's all still only 2 points separating them. But if Southampton win, that means 4 teams could sneak in. Southampton could feasibly finish second if they were to win tonight. Franco Baresi, best centre-back I've ever seen, says Adam Timmins. Yeah, Baresi was incredible, wasn't he? Buxton 1-0, Kvara now, or Messi at PSG. I would say Kvara now is better than Messi was at PSG. But Messi was great at PSG as well. He was still really good. Ipswich will beat QPR. No, I agree. I absolutely agree. I think Ipswich will beat QPR, and that kind of makes it a bit of a formality because Millwall are nowhere near them on goal difference. But I think Southampton are, aren't they? No, they're not. Fucker. Yeah. If Ipswich drop points against QPR, though, then you never know. Can't wait for Sunday, says Jellyfish. Maldini's the best. Donnarumma doesn't have as many apps as Mbappe. I think that's crazy. Not saying you're, by the way, just shocked. Yeah, well, I'll tell you. Let me have a look. I'll tell you how many. I'll tell you exactly how many. So, final player on this list was Mats Hummels, right? So that would put Mats Hummels. Then it was... Where is Donnarumma? Hassan Salihamidzic would have been 26th. Yeah, I think he would have been, you know. I'm almost certain he would have been, actually. And then it would have been maybe Boateng. It would have been Boateng at 27th. Yeah, Boateng would have been 27th. So I don't know how many Donnarumma's got, actually. Couldn't tell you. If you did not support Liverpool, who would you support? If I didn't support Liverpool, who would I support? Probably Everton, honestly, because they're my next local team, I guess. Konrad Laimer about to come on for Bayern. Does that mean for Stanisic, maybe? Davis. Laimer for Davis is a half-time sub here for Bayern. Right, here we go. We're very close to the second half here. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know your predictions. Let's see. At this moment in time, 3-2. Let's start the poll again. In fact, let's start the poll and say, from this position, who goes through? Right, there you go. That's a better poll. Get voting in that. Based on where we are now in the game, PSG 3, Bayern Munich 2, who do you think goes through overall? Paris 3-2 up. I don't know. I can't really make a case for Bayern at this moment. I still think PSG go through. Enzo, if you was born in London, what club would you have supported? Guess it depends where in London. I am a big believer in kind of support your local. And that my local team was always going to be Liverpool or Everton or Tranmere because of where I was born. But because my dad was a Liverpool fan and is a Liverpool fan and went to Liverpool pretty much home and away for a couple of decades before I was born, I was always going to be a Liverpool fan, so it kind of was made up for me. But you know what? I quite like West Ham. Swifty, I detest this get info on the local elections crap. They're going to make that, I'm telling you, if you're not careful, they're going to start making that like a legal requirement you've got to vote. They'll start making that a legal requirement, like it is in a lot of other countries. I didn't know that, but apparently it's a legal requirement to vote in other countries. In Australia, you get fined apparently if you don't vote. Harry, there's a guy on YouTube called Ben Jones. He did a video saying what he thought was every League One club's best season so far. Everyone in chat and key, what's your club's best ever season? Best ever season. It would probably be 20... In a weird way, even though we never won the Premier League or the Champions League, we came so close to winning a quadruple in like 22-23. That was a great Liverpool side. Like a real top Liverpool side with Salah and Mane at their best, and we lost so unluckily to Real Madrid in the final. We lost to City on the final day. That was a great season. Can't really look past Istanbul though. Can't really look past it. Bayern over to the left-hand side. I was considering that. Should have rephrased the question. If you was born in London, where would you prefer to be born? Outside London. No, do you know what? Yeah, probably I'd say West Ham. I'd say I've maybe got a closer affinity with East London. I used to have clients in West London. I used to always go to West London, and it's very easy to feel out of place in West London. You need a silver spoon up your arse in West London. Very posh. Very posh. That's not really me. You'd never believe it, like. But yeah, I'd say I'm probably more pie and mess, jellied eel sort of guy, you know. I don't know. South London, maybe even Palace. I reckon I could get away. South London's a bit more the old rugger, isn't it? A bit more posh as well. It's like a chess match at the minute. Beast No, Man U fan from the US here. Recently found some of your reactions. Freaking hilarious. And to your credit, mostly fair. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for checking the channel out and coming in. And hopefully, if you stick around, you'll find out what a wonderful bunch of people we've got in the chat. Truly wonderful bunch of people. I am very, very honoured to watch football games with them every single day. Support clubs. All different manner of clubs, all round the world they're based. We have RCPV who comes in regularly from Honduras. We have regulars coming in from the US. Lots of people who support Everton and Notts County and Nottingham Forest, and it's great to see a lot of different types of football fans in the chat. Plus, obviously, United fans and Arsenal fans who love to give me stick. And I'm sure Sunday is going to be great fun with Liverpool Man United, so we'll have to wait and see. Swifty, I can see you on the after dinner party circuit key. I have to start thinking of some icebreakers. Daddy-O says, got my answer, which is just as crazy. Donnarumma never played in the Champions League at Milan, from what I can see. Yeah, Welsh Wing too as well. Welsh Wing, of course, does sensational quizzes every night. Oh, Kvaratskhelia has done him. They're in PSG. That's a penalty, referee. Is it? Claim for the penalty. He says no. Ooh, I don't know about that one, you know. Diaz just won't shoot. That's it. He was like that at Liverpool. There's a check again here. PSG are going to get another penalty. I tell you what, if they don't get this one shouldn't be a pen. I don't think either. But then again, I didn't think the first one was. Oh, do you know what? He gets none of the ball. I mean, it's a questionable one. It's a questionable one. I don't want to see it given. It isn't going to get given. It isn't a penalty, that one. The Whopper kicked the floor. He didn't kick the floor. He kicked the back of Upamecano's leg. So there wasn't necessarily a direct tackle there. But that for me is as much of a penalty as the one was in the first half. It's not. None of them were. Just wouldn't have surprised me if the ref gave it. He doesn't kick the floor. He didn't kick the floor. He kicked the back of up. Watch it again. He kicked Upamecano's the back of his calf. Read him for diving. Should that go to VAR key? Is it a penalty? Not for me, mate. No, I don't think that's a penalty at all. Bayern down the left-hand side. Here's Diaz into the area. Ball pulled back to Kane. That's not where you want to see Harry Kane. He's very deep. There's 5 Bayern players ahead of him. That's not where you want to see Harry Kane. Get him in the box. Get him around the box. Fake pen equals real pen. Real pen equals fake pen. Ooh, Manuel Neuer taking some chances there. Puts it straight out of play. He was getting closed down rapidly there by Doué. Are you doing Villa Spurs Sunday night? I am indeed, mate. Yes. Let me have a look again. You asked me earlier. I apologise, mate. You did ask me earlier, didn't you? What am I doing on Sunday? Sunday we are doing. So I'm going to do Wrexham Middlesbrough 12:30 on Saturday. Then Arsenal Fulham. Then we're going to see if Barcelona can secure the title away to Osasuna on Saturday night 8 o'clock. So Osasuna Barca Saturday 8 o'clock. On Sunday, I've got Man United Liverpool 3:30, Villa Tottenham 7 o'clock. I'm not going to do anything before United Liverpool. I'm just going to do I'm just doing them two. United Liverpool, Villa Tottenham. That's it. That's it on Sunday. I don't think there's a compelling argument to do any other games, is there? Is there anything else worth doing on Sunday? Not sure there is. Bayern out to the left-hand side. Here's Diaz. Poor first touch. Very poor first touch. Stands far post. Big chance. Oh, again, massive moment there. Huge moment, Stanisic. Should do better. What's the early game? Bournemouth Palace, 2 o'clock. Nah, we're not going to watch Bournemouth Palace. What else is there? Hibs Celtic? Nah, that's probably it. That's probably what we're going to watch, I would imagine. When did Upamecano have a baby cow? Eh? Oh, because he kicked his calf. Oh, I get it. Beast, no, I've been watching the Premier League for about 10 years, mostly just Man U because it's hard to keep track of it all, and US Sports. Really gotten into the other leagues in the second half of this season, though. Oh, great. Well, listen, we do a nice mix on this channel. You'll find we tend to cover the Championship, which is there's a massive final day in the Championship on Saturday. We did a huge game the other day, which very few channels covered, Rochdale against York City in the fifth tier of the English Football League, and it was massive. 2 goals in literally the final few minutes of the game. One of the best ends to a game you'll ever see. Seriously, check it out. You'll enjoy it. If you love football, I can't see anyone not loving the York City and Rochdale final few moments. It was sensational. And it was great to see. We got loads of York City fans and loads of Rochdale fans who found the channel that day. Over 100 new people joined the Premier League Dad community that day. It was good fun. Apparently in the World Cup, you will get a red card if you cover your mouth and start speaking to the opposition. Not sure if it's true. I can't see that. Because teammates do it, don't they? Teammates do it when they're stood when they're about to take a free kick. They'll stand there like that and they'll They like talk to each other like that. And what they're actually saying is like, go on, you run over it and then I'll hit it. So it's not all, just because you cover your mouth doesn't necessarily mean it's something insidious and insane. I mean, it was in that particular case, or it appears to be, allegedly. It appears to have been. We've still not really seen anything happen off the back of that, have we? Bradley, this is a great game of footy. It's a fabulous game of footy by two fabulous teams. And I think the winner of this tonight... Well, the winner of this over 2 legs, I still think probably wins the champ. No, well, if Bayern win it, I don't think they will. PSG, ball in, chance. How's he stepped over it? Kvara! Oh, it's 4-2! It's 4! And Kvara's giving it this as he's running away. He's unbelievable, this guy. The next Ballon d'Or winner. The true Ballon d'Or winner. The Georgian Messi. PSG 4, Bayern 2. There you go. I told you there was just no way. There was no way Bayern were going to turn this round. They wasted all the big chances in the first half. And now PSG have just like a light switch, just flicked it on. They've turned it on. PSG 4, Bayern 2. Get in there. What a goal. B Snow, been really watching the Championship the last couple of months. Saw the highlights of York City and Rochdale. Madness. It was a great game, mate. Really good. Who's your team in the US? Obviously, you said you follow other US sports. What do you follow? Kvaratskhelia there hits it straight through Stanisic and Neuer just diving the wrong way. Again, I think you've got to question the keeper there, you know. Bradley, I believe my team are losing to Atletico. They're a strong side. I believe it'll be PSG Atletico final. What is the Vinny Jr. incident? Prestiani's been banned for 9 matches. Oh, has he? Oh, I didn't see that. Hey, I stand corrected then. I thought he'd just been, like, suspended while they were investigating it. I wasn't aware he'd been banned for 9 matches. PSG are in again. It could be over tonight if they get this right. Could be done tonight. 64%, 46% of you still think Bayern will go through. Potentially controversial opinion. I think that if you support a Premier League team but can afford to go and watch lower league teams as well, you should. Yeah, I do. Listen, if you enjoy football, I always tried to go and watch non-league sides that were near to me. So I worked in Manchester for a long time. I used to go and watch Altrincham at Moss Lane quite a bit. And I'd try and go and watch. I went to Edgeley Park and watched Stockport a few times as well. So I always tried to go and watch the lower league games after work and stuff like that. Here's Doué. Big chance again for PSG. They could potentially make this 5. Here's Dembele. He's been shocking tonight. Oh, he scored! It's 5! It's 5! The game's done. The tie's pretty much over. I can't see Bayern coming back from this one. That's it. Done. Absolutely finito. PSG 5, Bayern 2. Dembele's had a shocking night and he's still on the score sheet. And I can't see Bayern returning from this one. That's it. I told you, if PSG get to the final, they're winning it. And I just can't see anyone beating them. They're the best team in Europe. 5-2. Elise's been outstanding tonight, says Bradley. Do you think? He's not been that... I mean... I don't think his goal was that good. He's not offside there. There's no chance of an offside. Sacré bleu, says Enzo. This is wild. Again, should Neuer be doing a little bit better there? Does it take a deflection? I mean, it's low down to his near post. I think a younger Manuel Neuer makes a play for that, I've got to say. It's not a bad finish. It's a good finish. But I'm just, I don't know. Southampton 2. Ipswich 1, now Southampton. Now Southampton have got a real chance. They go above Middlesbrough and Southampton could sneak that final day automatic spot. Wow. Football, ladies and gentlemen. PSG 5, Bayern 2. They've come from behind PSG to smash Bayern Munich. And now Southampton are leading Ipswich. And that could put them in the race for the final day automatic spot. This should have been the final key. And listen, the second leg, Bayern have now got to... I think Bayern have got to approach the last half hour here with an attitude of, let's make this not any worse, but we've got to go and get one back, haven't we? They could turn round a 2-goal deficit. They can't turn round a 3. Oh, they're in again here, PSG. They're in again. Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. It's too easy. Kvara. Great defending. PSG are the best team I've ever seen in the history of the Champions League. I mean, that's a big call. That's a very big call. I'm not sure I would go as far as saying they're the best team I've ever seen, but they're certainly up there. They're certainly up there. That attack is crazy good, and the midfield is unreal as well. I just wonder about the defence. I think if they'd have kept hold of Donnarumma... Oh, this is a big chance. Bayern... Oh, again, good defending. The midfield is exceptional. As much praise as we give to the attack, and they should get a lot of praise. The midfield's incredible. The 2 fullbacks, Hakimi and Mendes, absolute top quality. And I think Marquinhos. I don't actually think Pacho's that good. Personally, I don't think Pacho's that good. Pacho is just a decent centre-back. Marquinhos is... He's what Thiago Silva was for PSG for many years, isn't he? They're better without Mbappe, that's it. A famous man once said, football, bloody hell, what a game, that's it. Football. Southampton were in the relegation battle before they sacked their manager earlier this season, weren't they? They were down there, yes, and then Ender Tockert, the young manager, came in from Germany, and he's had a transformative effect at Southampton. Really, really top season for Tonder Eckert. Lewis says, Real Madrid, when they had Benzema, Ronaldo and Bale, were very good, yeah. Liverpool found that out to our cost. 3-star Reds, in the words of football pundits worldwide, Arsenal are screwed if they reach the final. Well, I made a silly mistake in the first half, didn't I? And said, do you know what? If I'm... Oh, Diaz, what a run! Safanov comes out and gets it at his feet. I said in the first half that Arsenal fans, if you're watching this first half, you're kind of rubbing your hands together a little bit, aren't you? You're licking your lips and thinking, we can do either of these, because defensively, the pair of them looked really suspect. But PSG have just been far more clinical than Bayern, and when they score 3 goals in quick succession, 1 just before half-time and 2 immediately after, that's where they can kill you so quickly. Bayern now have to stay focused. They have to get back into it. They have to get one more. They have to come back. If this game finishes 5-3, there's a game on in Munich. Next week's going to be a fascinating game. If it's 5-3. If it's 5-2, I basically would rule Bayern out. I can't see Bayern scoring 3 and not conceding. Here's Diaz. What a run. Oh, he's kept hold of it. How's he give a free kick there? What's he give a free kick there for? Stupid, this ref. Who said this ref was good? Gal says, evening key, 3-0 to Bayern when they're back home. You think so? You have to be confident for Bayern to win 3-0. Jay Cartman says, Luis Enrique gave them the hairdryer treatment at half-time. I needed to. Zaire Emery coming off here, the young man for Fabian Ruiz. A bit more experience in the middle of the park. Gamer Guru, our defence is much stronger than Bayern's. Bayern's defenders have been shocking all game. I think Arsenal's defence is better than PSG's. I'd go that far. I think your defence is the best in the tournament. I just don't think you're anywhere near as clinical as they are. They'll give you chances. I think you'll give them chances as well. And I think it'll boil down to who takes them. And honestly, in the nicest possible way, mate, I would back Dembele, Doué, Kvaratskhelia to take more chances than Gyökeres, Trossard. Oh, it's there! Is that going to count? Upamecano's got one back. It's 5-3. What a game! What a game! He's onside. There's nothing wrong with that. Free kick into that little corridor of uncertainty. It's not great defending from Pacho. I said he was the weak link, and he has been all night. Pacho at the centre of that PSG defence. They've got to find a better partner for Marquinhos. Pacho's a liability. Ball gets floated in. Luis Enrique, look at him. Look at Luis Enrique. He's trying to encourage his team. But you can see he's frustrated that they've given that one away. And now, 25 minutes left. This could finish 5-5. We could be on for 5-5 tonight, folks. Arsenal won't get to the final, though, says Dan. I do. I really do think it's going to be an Arsenal PSG final. Switch of play. Elise just gets beaten to it by Mendes. Here we go, says Enzo. Here we go. 8 goals in the first leg of a semi-final. As we said, this should have been the final, shouldn't it? It should have been the final. But I will say this. We've definitely had a questionable penalty. PSG have had the rub of the green tonight. They've had a very questionable penalty on the stroke of half-time. Fergie 1968. What's your United v Liverpool prediction? 8-0 Liverpool. No, I do think we beat United, though, this weekend. I do think we beat you. Better side, aren't we? Makes things interesting for next week. Exactly, yeah. And it's another free kick for Bayern here. Again, they're going to come forward, Upamecano, to try and get it done. And again, Safanov comes out and punches it. And he needed to get something on that one. This has got to be one of the best games I've seen for a good few years. Well, Barcola about to enter the fray for PSG. Just when we thought PSG had kind of, exhausted all of their pace and energy. Nah, they're just going to bring in young Bradley Barcola. Oh, terrible. Kane. Oh, nearly 5-4. Enzo, has Kane scored? Yes, Kane has scored. Kane has scored. Kane scored a penalty. Ipswich have now equalised against Southampton. That's a big, big goal. Emol says, Hughes beat United and Slot is there for another season guaranteed. I think he's there even if we lose against United. I want him to be honest. Listen, this game against United on Sunday, it's probably one of the least important Liverpool v United games in recent years. Doesn't really mean anything. Both teams are kind of a bit, nothing really on the line. It's important because it's Liverpool v United. And it'll always be important. Liverpool and United could play. We've played Community Shield games, and it's important. But let's be dead honest. Oh, Bayern! What a touch that is! Diaz, it's it! Oh my God! If that's a goal, that's incredible. If that counts, that is incredible. He's saying no to the lineswoman. Sorry, I tell you what. If this is a goal and it stands, Luis Diaz is an absolute genius. Is this onside? Oh, it's close. Snug. It's snug. It's very tight. What a touch that is from Diaz. Completely wrong foot, Marquinhos. Smashes it in the net. It's going to be a fine margin, this one. Please, this goes to 5-4 now. Wow, it's close. It's very close, this one. I think there's a shade. There's a her in it. There's a bug's dick in it. It's really tight. There's not an awful lot. Yeah, look at the ref. Look at the ref. Even the ref's going like that. It's very snug. VAR again ruining this game. Why is VAR ruining the game? Listen, it's a very close check. They haven't given. He's given it. It's 5-4. Go on, Luis Diaz. 5-4 goal given. What a goal. What a game. Football, people. One of the best games we've ever seen on this channel. This is unbelievable. We saw last year in the semi-final between Inter and Barcelona. That was high scoring, wasn't it? It was nothing like this, though. This is end-to-end. This is for moments it's looked like PSG are going to walk away with it. And now Bayern are back 5-4. It's back on again. 5-4. Good grief. Evening, Welshwing. How you doing, sir? This is incredible stuff. Oh. I'm gobsmacked. I'm absolutely gobsmacked by what we've witnessed tonight. Barcolas on. The touch from Diaz was filth, yeah. Who's better, Elise or Kvara? Kvara at Scaly is better. I genuinely think Diaz might be better than Elise. I'm not even kidding. I both are brilliant, but I genuinely do believe Luis Diaz is a truly wonderful footballer. Even if he doesn't always get the numbers, he's really good. I think if it was a straight shot between prime Diaz or prime Elise in my Liverpool team, I'd take Diaz. Look at that. It's so tight, but he is onside just about. PDM, as you may be able to tell, I'm against VAR. Just about. The penalty was so much BAS and VAR close to ruining that fantastic run from Diaz. Yeah, it was never a pen. The first one, the second one was never a pen. Never, ever, ever a pen. Swifty, Liverpool must have been crazy to sell Diaz. We actually weren't, like, I'd rather have kept him, but I understand why we sold him. The bigger issue was we didn't replace him. We said this earlier. The bigger issue for Liverpool was not replacing Diaz. It wasn't that we let him go. It was probably the right decision to let him go. Even now, even with hindsight, it probably was the right decision to let him go. He's 29. He wanted a massive contract. Liverpool don't give massive contracts to players that age unless it's like Salah and Van Dijk, club legend, icon type status. We're never going to do that with Diaz. So I understand us taking the 70 million because it was a lot of money for a 29-year-old. So Diaz going I've no problem with. We just needed to replace him and we just didn't. We didn't even try. We gave it to a 16-year-old kid. That was our problem. Yeah, let's get rid of Diaz and we'll just bring in Rio Engamoa. No problem. That'll be fine. This linesman is having a stinker, giving free kicks for nothing. Alcohol says Diaz was the key to Liverpool's counter-attack last season. It's shown now. Listen, it wasn't just Diaz. We had pace out wide. We don't have pace in wide areas now. So I think if we have pace in wide areas, that'll very quickly flip again. Shahid, have you ever seen a match like this, Key, or anyone in this chat? Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of great games on this channel. Bearing in mind, we did 500 watchalongs last year. In 2025, 512 watchalongs we did. And there was some brilliant games in that. You know, we've seen, even this season, we've seen Man United against Bournemouth was 4-4, right? We've seen Inter Milan against Barca last year. Was that 5-4 as well? We've seen 5-4 in the European Under-21 Championships. I'm pretty sure it was it 5-5 England Under-21s or England Under-19s against Germany. England Under-19s was 5-5. We watched that game in the summer. I think it was even. Was it? Oh, it was Spain. Spain against Germany Under-19s in the Euro Under-19s Championships. That finished 6-5. Some great talented players in that as well. United v Lyon 5-4 as well. Yeah, we watched that. That was horrifying at the end. That was one of the best games we've watched. Frustratingly. You tripping. Sup, man. Bayern and PSG fans, you all need to be with a cardiologist to watch this game. No kidding, mate. Good to see you. Welcome to the channel. U10 says we get to watch this super game tonight just for it to be followed by a 0-0 tomorrow in the Arsenal v Atleti game. I guarantee you that game is not 0-0 tomorrow. There's been goals involved in both of those teams recently. I am telling you, they will concede. Both teams. I actually think both teams to score tomorrow. I'm going both teams to score tomorrow. Ball whipped in. Bayern far post. It's going to be another corner. Gamer Guru, the defenders have been shocking for both sides. Let's be honest. PSG letting a 5-2 lead go away is bad, and Bayern letting PSG get 5 is just as bad. It's true. Yeah, it's very true. And this is why I genuinely believe if Bayern get to the final, Arsenal will beat them. Arsenal will win the Champions League if they're facing Bayern in the final. I don't want that to be the case, but I'll die on that hill. East 5-5, 4-4, still the best game ever. I'm sure we watched Fulham 4, City 5 on this too. I didn't. We didn't watch that. I think we were watching another game at the same time. I remember seeing the highlights of it. Rebel MC, how's it going, mate? Archie, there'll be goals, but we're nowhere near as good. Far post, Safanov again with a save and PSG clear it away. Still 5-4. One of the great all-time Champions League semi-finals, this, isn't it? Tar far post there, heads it back in. Good save from Safanov. Burrito says tomorrow it will be 0 shots on target by the 75th minute. Dark Arts FC for Arsenal tomorrow. Both Bayern and PSG aren't good at defending. They will just outscore teams. And Key, do you think this match can get to 10 goals? I'd be surprised if it doesn't, mate. We only need one more goal for that. And yeah, I genuinely think we might see another goal from either team. Callum says, Key, Arsenal won't beat us. Don't be silly. They have no players up top. They've already beaten Bayern this season, mate, in the Champions League. It's very brave to say they won't beat you when they've already beaten you. They battered you. I mean, that was a different Arsenal earlier this season, but still, they've already done it. To say they won't do it again is I think, bold. But I hope you're right. I'll say that. I hope you're right. I really don't want Arsenal to win the Champions League, but I genuinely think they might do. I think they've obviously got to sneak past Atletico Madrid, but I think if they manage to get past Atleti and they've got Bayern in the final, I'll back Arsenal to win. Oh, Harry Kane, that's splendid. That's unreal from Harry Kane. Oh, and his side lets him down. That's just... He is... I don't care what anyone says. He's better. He's better than anyone. I know I've given Kvaratskhelia the props tonight, and he's incredible as well. Harry Kane's just so good. He's so good. In every sense. And he's been so good for such a long time. I feel like Harry Kane winning the Ballon d'Or would kind of exercise the ghosts of Virgil van Dijk, who also should have won it. Fabian Ruiz booked. Virgil van Dijk should have won it. He was the best in the world at some point. Different points. And Harry Kane, I think he deserves it. He really deserves it. Best player on that pitch, Harry Kane. He is, isn't he? He's on a complete another level, as Pembo says there. Total another level. Just different class. Him and Kvaratskhelia tonight have been unreal. Marquinhos deserves credit as well for what it's worth, but yeah, why are they bringing Goretzka on? This is the sort of reason Bayern won't win. Bayern won't beat Arsenal. It's not happening. Harry Sinclair, have we used up all the semi-final goals in this game? As in all other 3 semi-finals in the second legs, both legs of the other games. Yeah, it might well be 0-0 all the other games now. We've seen it all. Oliverian, this seems a historic year for how many easy draws Arsenal got in all the tournaments. Well, they didn't win the League Cup and they didn't win the FA Cup. So, you say easy draw, but, there's a good chance Atleti will make it difficult for them. Pembo, I'll tell you one thing, Liverpool letting Diaz go is a disgrace. It's been said a lot on this stream tonight, mate. He has played really well tonight, Diaz, and he's a wonderful player. But I'll just repeat briefly what I said earlier, which is Liverpool selling Diaz, as a Liverpool fan, Liverpool selling Diaz wasn't the problem. It was not replacing Diaz. That was our issue. You can't sell Diaz and replace him with a 16-year-old kid. That's nonsense. Saturday in the Championship will be interesting. Borough versus Millwall versus Ipswich. Yeah, and it's Wrexham versus Middlesbrough final day. Wrexham needing to win to secure their playoff spot. Middlesbrough needing to win to potentially get an automatic spot. So that's going to be fascinating. That's the game we're doing on Saturday, 12:30, is Borough against Wrexham. And Southampton now. Sadly, Southampton can't get the automatic spot. 442 says, shame Arsenal will be boring tomorrow. Nah, there's going to be goals in that one. Far post here. Somehow, Luis Diaz again wins it. Just fights for everything, doesn't he? Scraps for everything. And it's a throw into Bayern. 10 minutes left to go. Big 10 minutes left here. Archie, all this banter about Arsenal, but to be fair, it's a good quadruple. Yeah, they've done well, haven't they? Kai Havertz out tomorrow and Eze available. LJ come on, Borough. Arsenal are different to these last few months. They are indeed, yes. U7, got to go. Love your videos. Keep it up. Goodbye, chat and key. U7, appreciate that, mate. What a guy. Really appreciate that. Or girl, I don't know. You could be a guy. I apologise. I don't know if I've said what a guy. What a dude. Stephen 6-all says for 6-5 Bayern you're going for. You think this one's going to finish 6-5? Is the bottle on? Very much so. Thank you for the gift. Will says, wow, Key, score prediction at the end. Score prediction for Arsenal. Score prediction for Arsenal. Or are we saying that one? Oh, I know what you mean. Sorry, yeah. Didn't Arsenal beat Atleti 4-0? Yes, not that long ago. And again, that one was a different Arsenal side. I think Derby will sneak into the playoffs as they have the easiest game for the teams trying to get in. Yeah, Sheffield United. Sheffield United, isn't it? At Pride Park. Good luck to Derby. Simeone will bottle up Arsenal dreams and bury them into the ground tomorrow. U7, I'm a guy. Okay, noted. I was just trying to be polite. I didn't know, mate. I wasn't sure. Absolute cinema, says LFC Jake. Bryn, class game this, Key. It's been unreal, mate. Absolutely incredible, Bryn. Nearly as good as the Merseyside derby. Shahid, thank you for the watch-along, Key. Tonight it's been a privilege. And it's been a privilege for me, mate. It's been an honour, as always, to have you in, chatting. Rebel MC, is it raining in Paris or is my TV goosed? I don't think it's raining. Is it raining? I don't know. We'll have to wait for a close-up. Is it raining? Can anyone tell me if it's raining? Might be able to see here, possibly. No need. Sorry, mate. I'm not going to get much of a chance of it rubbing in after this season now. Did Key just assume someone's gender? Cancel him now. It does absolutely appalling. I'm ashamed of myself. I apologise. I did apologise straight away, in fairness. Mendes is down. Elise is going to take the piss with Hernandez now. And Harry says, I'm going to try asking this again because the other two times to ask, there were goals. Do we think I should go to the Palace second leg or the Villa Forest second leg? Ooh. Bayern, chance. Imagine there's a goal now. There very nearly was then. Just as the last two times you've asked it, there were goals. You ask it again, there was very nearly a goal. Oh, you're a jinx, Harry. Which game do I think you should go to? The Villa second leg or the Palace second leg? Personally, I would go to the Villa second leg. I think that's going to be much closer, and I think Palace against Shakhtar. I think Palace will go. I think Palace are going to go to the final in that one. It's not raining where no, I don't think it's raining there either. Doesn't look like it's raining. Kvaratskhelia and Nuno Mendes are off, and it's going to be Lucas Hernandez and Mayulu coming on. Livershite did well at PSG going by this. I can see Arsenal running away with it. I'll fall asleep in the Arsenal game. It'll be a snooze fest. Man of the match, Diaz, says Callum. Who's your man of the match, says Vuyo. My man of the match tonight, I would give to Kvaratskhelia. I think the 2 goals and just his general link up at the top end of the pitch has been incredible. I think Luis Diaz has played well as well. Obviously, Luis Diaz wins the penalty. He scored the goal that's got Bayern really back into it. He's linked up play as well. I would say it's between those two left wingers. It's the left wingers tonight that have made the story. It would be between Diaz and Kvaratskhelia for me. They would be the two. Both have been incredible. The Georgian guy, yeah. Pete Greenall, tell me about it, mate. I know. It's a slippery slope. Kvaratskhelia played against Stanisic. Diaz played versus Hakimi levels. Again, very true. Jellyfish, I'll need 3 espressos to watch Arsenal. Here's Harry Kane, just overhits it. 3 espressos. Or 1.5 Red Bulls. Other energy drinks are available, by the way. Bryn says, was the pen to PSG a bit harsh, Key? It was, yeah. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Bryn, but The penalty they got bang on half-time, it was just so unnecessary. It was already half-time. The ref should have just blown up and it would have been 2-2 half-time. We'd have all been delighted with a great first half of football. Instead, PSG go in with the advantage, completely changes the half-time team talk from Kompany. And it was just never a penalty. People have said to me, Key, it was a penalty because UEFA changed the law. And if it does hit your hand in the area, then it's a penalty. And if that's the case, then I would say the law is, in the nicest, most respectful way, absolute bullshit. It is. I'm sorry. You can't hit the ball into someone's stomach, and it did. It hit his stomach and then bounced up and hit his hand, which was here. Right? His hand was here. He wasn't even looking. I was looking away. It hit his stomach and then it hit his hand. That's not a penalty for me. It would never be a penalty in the Prem. It shouldn't be a penalty in Europe. And I'm fed up of these inconsistent penalty rules and handball rules and none of us really knowing what handball is anymore. It's crazy. There was a handball in the Everton game, which I think was a stonewaller against West Ham this weekend. Wasn't given. Don't know why. I just don't get why there's such a disparity in what we all think is a handball and what actually is a handball according to referees. Here we go. PSG driving forward again. What a ball in that is. Should be 6. Off the bar. Oh, PSG very nearly making it 6-5. 4. 6-4. Beast, no, you might as well not have arms at this point. It's horrible. It's crazy, isn't it? Harry Sinclair says a friend of a friend is going to the Arsenal game. Arsenal fans, they're flying into Barcelona and getting the train to Madrid. Ooh, because they booked the flights assuming they'd get Barca. Bryn, we've seen it, mate. Everton wouldn't have given that. It was crazy, the Everton one this weekend, I've got to say. Callum says, thank fuck for the post. Anyone who's played or knows anything about football knows that the PSG was a natural movement by Davis. It was a natural movement, but also I don't necessarily think his arm was that far out of the silhouette, let's say. Like, it was a natural body position, wasn't it? And as soon as it hits another part of your body and then bounces up onto your arm, we're moving out of the realms of an intentional handball. It's not intentional. There's no advantage gained by it. It's just so stupid that we're giving actual penalties. You're basically giving a team a goal for that. Because how often do you get a penalty and it's not scored? Hakimi's down. That looks like a hamstring and a potential season ender, that, for Hakimi. Given the World Cup's coming up, I wonder if he's just wasting time, Hakimi, or if he has actually got a hamstring injury. I wonder. We did see Morocco's dirty tactics in the AFCON, didn't we? So he does reach for his thighs. It looks like a hamstring actually, so it could be. But I thought he was maybe doing a bit of the Moroccan tactics from the AFCON final. Beast, no, I hate Bayern, and that was an awful pen call. Brady just saw Bayern's front three has 100 goals now. Kane's on 54, Diaz 26, and Elise on 20. Do you think this could be an MSN type trio, given the numbers already? It really could, yeah. It is. I mean, I guess it depends on what they win in Europe. If Bayern were to win a Champions League, then yeah, there's a real chance they could be considered in the same sort of vein, I think. Finners Matty, that was volleyball in the Everton game. Fernandes was playing volleyball. Odegaard was playing basketball against Liverpool. And both of them no pen. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what he's giving us a pen these days. Oliverian, he'll be fine. Just watch. Sad if he is injured, not nice. No, we don't want to see players injured. There's 60 seconds of normal time left here. 60 seconds of normal time. Don't forget, I'm live tomorrow night for Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal. If you're wanting to watch along with us for that, we've got another big quiz we will be doing at half-time, as always. In fact, I'll go live early. I might even do a pre-match quiz and a half-time quiz. So join early doors and we'll do a little quiz, depending on how many we get in early doors. Make sure you've liked and all that stuff. Make sure you've got the notification bell on. Make sure you followed if you're watching on TikTok. Here we go. Ball out to the right-hand side. Bayern still pushing to try and find that equaliser. I do think an equaliser would probably make tonight, just because of how good the game has been overall, I think it'd be really hard to separate these two sides. I think a 5-5 would be, like, both teams would get a round of applause going off the pitch. Like, well done. You've both played really well. You've both had a really good go at each other. And 5-5 is probably the right result, isn't it? And if it was to finish 5-4, then it's basically the PSG penalty that has caused all of it, hasn't it? PSG's penalty has won it for him. And it was never a penalty. And that's the frustration tonight, is that we're talking about a penalty that should never have been a pen being the difference between these two unbelievable sides. And that's my frustration. We won't get the same tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is the immovable, instead of the immovable object against the irresistible force, tomorrow is the immovable object against another immovable object, isn't it? Cholo Simeone against Arteta. Two negative Nancy's. Two glass half empties. Or glass empties, let's be honest. Daddy-O, hard to say you played well conceding 5. No, listen, defensively, both have been very, very poor. I'm not even going to say average. Defensively, both sides have been poor. But going forward, they've been a delight. They've never... and I think that we've got to give the managers credit as well here for this, by the way. Because I said around about half-time, didn't I? Or just before the half-time whistle, I said, you know what? Managers hate this type of game. They hate it where it's end-to-end and, you know, there's no real control in the game. You hate to see managers get hold of it and tell the teams, listen, stop it, calm it down. We don't want to see any more risk taken. Neither manager's done that. Neither manager have done that. They've both said, no, keep going. Go and try and score. Go and get in front of them again. Bayern in the area. Lima. It's going to be a corner, is it, ref? Oh, Diaz cleared away. That PSG penalty was a terrible decision. Or two boring ballistics. Or two boring bastards, as I'd like to say. Well, that as well, yeah. Harry Sinclair, Arteta denies there is a glass and says water doesn't exist. I am on fire. I am on fire. Don't wind up Simeone. Come on, Cholo. Tomorrow we've got 90 seconds left here. 90 seconds left, but tomorrow, I think there's going to be goals in it. I do. I may be in a minority of one, but I don't think it's going to be a 0-0. I think we're going to see goals, baby. Goals, 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 baby. Bayern came back from 3 down against Mainz a couple of days ago. They did. And listen, 1 goal is still not insurmountable. If they're only a goal down, then, you know, they absolutely could go and beat them 2 or 3 at the Allianz. PSG are a different beast away from home. We saw that at Anfield. Liverpool had chances against them at Anfield. Nicholas Jackson. You're not going to win much with him on the pitch. Diaz, what a ball in that is. Oh, Luis Diaz is incredible. Here we go. Harry Kane. It's going to be a corner kick. We'll take that. 30 seconds left. Here we go. Lego Ed introducing an Arteta minifigure. Lego introducing an Arteta minifigure. I think they already have, haven't they? U10, this game was an unforgettable game. Tomorrow's game will be very forgettable. Safanov, edge of the box. It's headed back in. Off the line by PSG. Oh, and in the last kick of the game, maybe. PSG very, very close to conceding. Maybe that's just saved them. And I think that's it. There you go. The ref's blown up. It's 5-4. The last kick of the game, pretty much, was PSG clearing it off the line from Bayern. What an unbelievable game this has been, everyone. What a sensational game this has been. An absolute privilege to watch this one tonight with you all. Thank you so much. If you've not already, listen, if you've enjoyed this, not just for the game, but for the company, if you've enjoyed the chat and the back and forth and the banter, we've had a good laugh with everyone in the chat. Really appreciate watching footy with you guys. I really do. I love it. And we'll be back again tomorrow with another one. As we are every single day. If you're new around here, this is what we do together. We watch football together every single day. There's always a game on and we watch it every single day. Even Friday, we're going to be doing Leeds against Burnley. But there's big games on every single day, especially as we get towards the end of the season. If you're looking for a neutral place to watch football, I can't promise I'll be neutral when I'm watching Liverpool United on Sunday. But a general neutral, good, enjoyable game, place, environment, community. This is it. Make sure you've liked, make sure you've subbed, and I will see you all tomorrow night for Atleti against Arsenal at the Riader Metropolitano in Madrid. Good stuff, everyone. Enjoy your night, whatever you're doing with it for the remainder of whatever you're doing with it. Enjoy your day tomorrow, whether you're at school, work, college, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Same time, 7:30, Atleti v Arsenal. Come on, Atleti. Alba, Atleti. See you later, everyone. Tonight.